Kevin, can you appreciate, though, what this team has done so far, winning 12 games in a row in the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just proud of the work we put in from the beginning of the season. You know, we just kept grinding. You know, we didn't talk about championships or anything. We just wanted to build good habits and have fun playing some basketball, man. Simple as that. And you know, it's good that we're here now. Obviously, you know, we want to, you know, take that into the next series and try to be great and see what happens. But like Steph said, 12-0 really doesn't matter going into the next series. We know it's going to be a battle.
Steph, front row, Scott Howard Cooper from NBA.com. 3 closeout games, and you guys have been in control right from the beginning. What have you seen on how this team has handled those moments? And it doesn't seem like there's been nearly as many mental lapses in the playoffs this year compared to maybe a year ago or even 2 years ago when there were times that you guys didn't bring the proper energy.
Experience helps. Experience helps for sure. Having gone through, most of us, 5 years together. Obviously, it's a new bunch, but everybody's had playoff experience before and understands what it takes to win. You know how each possession is important. It wasn't a perfect game tonight by any stretch of the imagination, but the way that we started, like you said, was important, especially defensively, just to set the tone. Because if you allow them to have life and build momentum, you make it a lot more difficult on yourself to close it out. No matter what the series is, a team playing on the road, at home in front of their home crowd, they're going to play with a different type of energy, and we understood that, and we, put our foot on the gas pedal from the opening tip, and that was that.
And Kevin, have you seen a killer instinct from this group in closeout games?
Yeah, I feel like we could definitely be better. Like tonight, we had them on the ropes, and they just kept clawing and fighting. It's you got to give them credit for that, but. For the most part, we haven't been satisfied when we go up 3-0. We wanted to come out and close it out on the road, and guys have been just focused and energized from the beginning, and we're going to need that from the very start next series. So definitely looking forward to it. In this league, this stuff is hard to come by, so we definitely want to enjoy it. We got 2 days off, which is also good as well, and but we got to lock back in and get ready for the next series.
Anthony Setter, Barry Newsgirl, for both of you, how much more subdued is this celebration than the first time you made the finals and even the first time you did back in 2012 when it was, probably such a release, man?
I mean, don't get me wrong. We appreciate this opportunity. Playing in this league, you can't take anything for granted. 30 teams suit up every year, trying to get to this point, and only 2 teams do, and so. You have to appreciate it. And we might not be jumping up and down, screaming at the top of our lungs, doing all that nonsense, but I think we understand, the privilege that we have and the opportunity that we have to play in the finals again, to have an opportunity to win a championship. And we appreciate that because, like Kay said, from the beginning of the season, it's all about the work that you put in and the mentality that you have, how you deal with the ups and downs of the season, how you deal with the grind of the playoffs. And you have to appreciate the position that you're in, because it's never ever guaranteed, and that's something that we've learned, and I think we can appreciate it without having a bunch of hoopla going
on. Yeah, it's a little different, definitely. I can't lie. I went when I was 23 years old, and it felt like the Western Conference Finals was almost like the championship. Just getting to that point, how hard it is and how much work you put in to start the season. So it's a little different now, obviously. We have a bigger goal in mind. But, you got to enjoy everything, man. This is, when we look at it, this is just a blip on the radar in terms of our whole life. So, every moment is definitely important, and you want to embrace it and enjoy it. But we're, a lot of guys are more seasoned now and know what it takes to get here and know what it takes to, try to finish this thing off. So, we're excited, but, we're not satisfied.
Steph, Cedric Golden, Austin American Statesman. You got an and one late in the game, and you stopped before you shot the free throw to give Manu Ginobili a chance to get his tribute. Why was that important for you to do that?
I'm a Manu Ginobili fan, and when you kind of sense the moment, obviously you don't know, what's in his future, but the crowd's going crazy for him, and you allow I try to do my best to give him that moment, just take it all in, because you could tell how much, he's meant to this organization, to the city. Obviously a true champion. The way that he plays the game, like, you have no choice but to just love watching him play. And his creativity, his passion for the game every night, and he's given a lot to the game. So that was just a cool moment for him. And yeah, I had to concentrate on free throw too. That helped.
Hey, Steph. Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press Democrat. I understand that the next step is the big thing for you guys, not 12-0. But in terms of degree of difficulty, how do you think 12-0 ranks against like 73-9 or even the 24-0 start that you guys hit last year?
They're all different. You can't compare. All of them are special in their own kind of way. But right now, kind of my same answer to the earlier question. Like, it's a really cool accomplishment. One you can talk about for a second, but you got to be able to turn the page and get ready for the gauntlet of winning 4 more games. So they're all special. I think it would be a disservice to each one of those experiences to try to compare them, just because you really can't.
Steph, Kirk Bowles from the Austin American Statesman. Has there a day gone by since you haven't thought about last year's finals? And I was curious how many times, if any, you've gone back and watched the last 3 games.
Not much. This year is a totally different year, different group, different journey, and I don't think I need to watch the finals and understand what the experience is like and to be ready for it. We don't know, obviously, who we're going to play. We'll be watching, the Eastern Conference Finals, see how that unfolds. But it'll be easy to start this new chapter and really just lock in on what's in front of us. The past, it teaches you a lot, but it doesn't matter right now. We have an opportunity in front of us, and we got to focus on that.
Have you watched the games at all? Last 3?
Last summer, but since we started playing now.
Yeah. This is for both of you guys. You guys started off the postseason with Steve, and then hit midway through the series in the first round. You went to Mike B, and then Steve was gone for a while, and now Steve is back. How have you guys been so good at navigating this whole thing with having these 2 guys around, and what's it meant to have Steve and Mike both there for this series?
Well, since I've been here, Coach just empowers everybody, and his message is still the same. You can, even when he wasn't there in the Utah series, you feel his presence. And that's what just great leaders do. Excuse me. That's what great leaders do, and Coach Brown is just an extension of Coach Kerr, and the rest of the coaching staff is the same way. And us as players, we know what we have to do. We're a veteran group. We've been talking about it all season, and we know what Coach expects of us. So it's good to see him travel with us. It's good to see him and hear his voice in the locker room. Definitely want him healthy. And but the message is always there. It's always the same, and his presence is always the same. You done?
It was like class. Like, can we leave now? Can we leave?